Hey there Opera Omnia players, welcome back to my channel. Now today we just had a big old update in Opera Omnia for the first anniversary of the game, and we've also had a schedule drop from Square Enix to let us know what kind of characters and events we have to look forward to over the next few weeks. So today I've decided to make a video to take you guys through some of the stuff in that schedule and have a bit of a deeper look as to what we can expect from these events and which characters are going to kind of rise to the top and perhaps which one we might want to ignore for the sake of gem efficiency. So if you want to have a look at the rest of February, then stay tuned and keep on watching. Now before we get started, don't forget to check out all of my social links in the description box below. Most importantly, my Discord channel where we have loads and loads of players for Opera Omnia, as well as the trading card game and other mobile games, FF14 and all sorts of stuff where you can share your friend code, grab other people's, and just build up a community for playing Opera Omnia. We're all really friendly, so we'd love to have you with us. Now, as you can see by looking at the event schedule that we have on the right here, there is a lot for us to be excited about this month, primarily due to the fact that we have the first anniversary, which means we're going to be getting an absolute buttload of gifts and missions to complete. We've got the daily rewards going up, we've got the reminiscence events which are going to have like the beatback rewards, so that, you know, we're just going to get stuff by everybody playing the game, which will be amazing, and we've got tons of characters to come out as well. I'm not going to go into massive detail about every banner and every event that's coming up, but what I wanted to do is quickly let you guys know what we can expect from the banners and a good kind of, you know, summary on who would be worthwhile, you know, holding on to, or what characters you already have that may well be useful in the coming month. So starting this month, we obviously have, as I said, the reminiscence events, which will be great for just piling up on rewards, but we also have the Interlude chapter, which will bring with it Cait Sith, who is very, very heavily sort of sought after, and there's a good reason for that. He's an absolutely godlike support character, and he comes with one of the better EXs as well, not for himself but for Warrior of Light. Now Warrior of Light is a tank character that's been performing quite well since his 35 CP and level 60 Awakening have come out, but his EX really kind of gives him an edge, and when he gets his rework later in the year, or next year even, he actually just gets even better and better and better. So in terms of long-term investment, this banner is actually amazing, even though we had our banner change slightly from JP from having Ace in it, which I know a lot of people like, to Penelo, who a lot of people don't. However, honestly, I will be pulling on this banner regardless, purely because I never really cared about pulling for Ace or Penelo, to be honest. The third character was never who I was after in the first place. I'm going in there for Wally X and Cait Sith's support, and I want to make sure that I get hold of those as soon as possible because I think that they're going to be very, very useful for quite some time. Now, Lion's event is actually already active, but unfortunately, Lion, unless you're a massive Final Fantasy XI fan, in which case ignore any kind of recommendations that I suggest in terms of meta pulling, because honestly you should always pull for your favourite characters. But that being said, Lion and the stuff that's on her banner in Galuf and Y'shtola, none of them are particularly groundbreaking. Y'shtola is good, but you need to have her EX in order to make her realise her full potential, and the other two just aren't really keeping up to speed in terms of the meta. However, on Monday, on the 4th of February, our little shocker for the entire month is my Queen Bee. Beatrix is coming to Opera Omnia, and you could be damn sure that I'm going to be pulling on this banner no matter what she does, because Beatrix is the queen and everyone should bow to her. However, that being said, I can't imagine a character like this as being hyped up this much for no reason. As a matter of fact, myself and the Broadway Saiyan actually posted a video predicting what we think she might do, because the nice thing with this is we have no idea. There's no way to know because it's a global first. I think that it would be safe to say that Steiner will probably end up on the same banner as her. Maybe we'll get a little global exclusive upgrade for him as well, who knows. But you can go and check out the video in the description box below of the predictions that we have for her and see how wrong we probably all are, because we've already got confirmation that she goes off of red crystals, and we honestly thought she was going to be yellow. But I definitely want to be pulling on this banner. I'm not going to tell you which banners you should and shouldn't pull on. I can only tell you which ones that I plan on pulling on, and give my reasons for it as well, and which ones I'm not going to be pulling on, and explain as to why I'm not going to be doing those as well. And then the next event that we're going to be getting on the 7th is going to be Aerith's Lost Chapter. And honestly, Aerith is an okay character. There's nothing particularly wrong with her, but the banner that she's on is absolutely awful. She comes with Steiner and Shadow, neither of which are particularly good, and Steiner being on this actually makes me wonder whether he will be on Beatrix's event banner or not. But that being said, if he gets a global exclusive, buff, I'd rather just pull on Beatrix's banner than this one. And Lost Chapters, if you've got a decent set of characters, like if you want to delve into the launch meta, which I will delve into once we've gone over all of the events, then you'll probably be fine clearing any of this kind of content, or if you have Squall or any of the really high tier damage dealers, you'll probably be fine without any of the characters on this banner. And Aerith EX is not going to be on this banner because it's extremely overpowered for this point in time, and so we're probably going to be waiting a good 9 months before we get that. So you could always wait when it comes to pulling for Aerith if you really love her until her EX comes around, because you'll probably be better off doing that. Then on the 8th, the following day, we have 2 events that will be coming up. We have a Crystal Awakenings event, which means that we'll probably be getting characters with their EXs on banners as well. And my predictions for this is that we're actually going to get hold of Varn's EX and Prish's EX, both of which are going to be very good. And the way that we've normally had EX banners on these events before is we've had one physical and one magical, and Varn definitely is a magical character while Prish is physical, so it kind of makes sense. And we got Ishtola a little bit earlier than we would have gotten Varn, so maybe they just swapped those around. That being said, I will probably be trying to at least pull a little bit for these 2 EXs, not super heavily because they're very, very good, and Varn in particular, I have his World of Illusions weapon and both of his others, so I will probably be pulling for them depending on who else is on their banner, because those tend to get shuffled around a lot from the JP versions. We've had Tidus brought forward early. We might even see a complete curveball from this banner, who knows, but I will probably be trying for Varn's EX just to give him some longevity, and Prish EX, well, mainly because I really like Prish, and her EX is actually very powerful, so if you wanted to check out what they actually do, then I'll leave a link in the description box below to the database that I use so that you can check out exactly what every EX does rather than just going off of my recommendations. We also have Diablos come out for Opera Omnia on the 8th as well. Now Diablos, not the greatest summon in the world. He's no Ifrit, he's no Brothers, he's no Bahamut, and he's no Sylph. But honestly, it's a buttload of free stuff. We get like loads of gems as long as you clear the World of Illusions events quickly, and when they come out, you actually get loads of gems and tickets for doing it. So definitely try and hit that as hard as you can as soon as it comes out. And the banner that will come with him will actually contain Edgar's World of Illusions weapon, which the Schwartz Lance, which is actually very good. It buffs the party's bravery and attack, max bravery and attack, as long as an enemy is debuffed, which Edgar's very good at doing. So if you happen to have Edgar's EX and his other weapons, which I actually do, I might give this a little bit of a pull, and maybe if you have those weapons as well, then you might want to do so as well. Now from this point on is where I'll probably start saving my gems for the following month. However, Garnet is a character that is very interesting to a lot of players, primarily because her 60-60 awakening makes it so that she becomes like an AoE monstrosity, like she can do a lot of damage AoE through her awakenings of the Peridot Thunder Flash and the Water Glint. However, she also gets her EX weapon on this banner, and that is a purely support sort of ability on quite an offensive character, although she does gain some more support capabilities through her awakening. So if you're interested in Garnet, then definitely look out for her. She's definitely worth pulling on. I, however, probably won't be pulling for her purely because I want to save gems and I want to kind of, save up for the next month when there's a character hopefully coming that I'm much more excited for. And not only that, but I already have everything for Cloud and I don't really care about getting anything for Zell. But you guys may want to pull for those characters. If you were somebody that got Cloud's EX and don't have his other weapons, then this wouldn't be the bad time for you guys to pull instead. And then the event that follows Garnet will be on the 18th February, and you can't really see which character is highlighted here, but if you have a bit of advanced knowledge by looking at the Japanese side of the game, you'll know that that character is actually Leon, or Leonhart from Final Fantasy II. Now Leonhart's banner will be coming with Firian's EX, which is very interesting, as well as Snow stuff. So Leon plays like, he's another Dark Knight character, but he plays quite similarly to Squall. But he's a lot slower than Squall and doesn't quite have the turn efficiency that Squall does. So I, personally, if you have access to all of Squall's stuff, wouldn't recommend pulling on this unless you're a massive fan of Final Fantasy II or desperately want Firian's EX weapon. But if you don't have a really good damage dealer like that, then Leon's banner might be really good for you. Firian's EX is actually very interesting as well. It's quite a simple one, but it actually gets stronger if you've at a certain amount of HP, so Master at Arms, and it's just a big damage dealing one. So honestly, if you're okay for damage dealers, I would skip this banner, and that's why I'm going to skip this banner, but if you're missing damage dealers, then that's probably a good one for you to go for. Not forgetting, of course, that up until this point, we will still be getting reminiscence events, treasure hunt events, Carbuncle's treasures events, loads and loads of ways for you to accumulate resources. We're going to be rounding out the events for February with Auron's Lost Chapter, which will come with Auron's EX, presuming from the Japanese side, as well as Cyan and Vincent. Now, Auron's EX weapon certainly makes him a lot stronger, but it's kind of necessary to have his EX weapon in order for his kit to be worthwhile. He kind of relies on the melee resistance down debuff, which is really useful if you have access to it to make it so that he and your other melee characters deal a lot more damage. But honestly, it's one of those things where you have to have all three of his weapons to be worthwhile. So if you have access to his 15 and 35 already, then maybe it's worth a go. Vincent and Cyan cannot really stay up with the meta with the way things are, but if you're a really big lover of Auron, and I know there are a lot of you out there that are, then you are going to want to pull for this, because if you want to use Auron, you're going to need to get that EX as soon as possible. And if you do get it, he is usable for quite some time. So when it comes to actually completing all of the events that I've listed so far today, there's quite a few characters you can use, but now is about the time where JP went into what we call the launch meta, where launcher characters such as Lael, Noctis, Cloud or Cecil suddenly become very important. Because there are some bosses that have defense that's so high that it's really difficult for you to get the score requirements to get all of the rewards out of their EX stages. We may even start seeing the start of Chaos or Cosmos stages at the beginning of this month, or the end of this month even, because I think JP got it during Fang's event, and there's no reason why we also got our EX stages early, so there's no reason why we couldn't start getting the Cosmos stages early as well. But that being said, if you have access to really strong launcher characters like the characters I've mentioned, then they're going to be really useful to you over the course of the month. If you've got really strong damage dealers like, again, Noctis or Squall, then they're going to be very useful to you. And also support characters like Selphie or Cait Sith are going to be massive for you as well. So in conclusion, the banners that I personally will be pulling on will be Cait Sith's banner for the interlude, Beatrix's banner because I can't imagine that she's going to be bad, and because she's a global exclusive, it's actually going to be very exciting, and I want to see what she does. I might give Edgar's World of Illusions a little go, and I may give Garnet a little go depending on how I'm feeling. But those are the banners that I personally will be picking based on my choices for things I think are going to be useful and for the longevity. I actually really want Warrior of Light's EX weapon, because while it's not the best thing in the world right now, or rather it falls off quite quickly, it has this staying power due to the rework that Warrior of Light gets later, so I would very heavily recommend pulling on that banner if you can. So that's going to be it for February for the Opera Omnia schedule. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope it's given you a bit of insight as to the kind of things that we're going to expect over the course of February. And don't forget, like I said at the beginning of the video, to check all the social links in the description box below, especially my Discord, and I am actually streaming Opera Omnia rather a lot at the moment on Twitch, so if you want to come and ask me any questions, then feel free to follow the link in the description box for that as well. And with that, I shall leave you, so stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe if you want more news on Opera Omnia, the trading card game, and loads of other Final Fantasy goodness. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!